to that Issue-ville, all the way to that MTV, all the charts are down by Sweet Kill, number one and down with so real, bop them speakers, bop them speakers.
Okay, so there's a reason why we're in Yishun right now. I mean, this is obviously where you grew up, right? This block 808 is very special to you. It's where you hang out and sort of like have meetings with your friends and all this stuff. Let's talk about you growing up in Yishun. Like, what was life here?
Growing up in Yishun actually had its good and its bad entities. Some of the bad influences was like trying to stay away from the gangs, which I've never joined a gang before in my life. And I like to state to everybody out there that just because you're a rapper doesn't mean you got to be in a gang.
Yeah.
That's all marketing and hype for America, and this is Singapore. You got to keep it real.
Yeah.
So if you talk to somebody from a corporate world and you tell them that you're from Yishun, it gets a negative vibe immediately. Basically, they just think that a lot of gangsters are from this area, a lot of negativity, people getting slashed here,
right.
You know, people getting into the wrong crowd here. That's why from young I've made it a point for myself to stick around the right people and make sure I get myself on the right path. That was the first and foremost thing. And music actually helped me do that, because instead of getting in trouble on the streets and being picked up by the police officers, I was actually under a block writing songs. I was actually under a block writing scripts to my movies and my sitcoms. I was actually conceptualizing everything. Not to say that the negativity didn't get to me, but I made sure that it didn't affect my life in a major way like most people from this area.
Okay, so we've talked about the negative influences on your music, living in Yishun. How about growing up here and having some positive influences?
Definitely, there are a lot more positive influences than negative. First and foremost are the great friendships that I had over the years. All the people that I met are part of my team,
right.
And they're friendships that I'll keep for the rest of my life. Being born here and being born away from most of the context of the music industry made me strive. Basically to get out of here. And it taught me a lot of life lessons, right. Seeing the people around me, the people who same age as me and stuff like that, and the lives that they are leading right now, and the lives that they're not actually. It actually drives me to actually do everything that I do right now.
So how about your neighbours and like the community over here? Did they support your music, or did they look at you like, oh, who's this guy dropping like Western wear, you know, trying to say, because that's what the aunties would think, right? You don't think like this is like a local sort of thing?
Actually, surprisingly, they're really supportive.
Right.
A lot of times when I practice, they're usually around and sitting down and watching me. And because of the many years that I've been here, they're actually pretty used to it. And actually, if you walk up to any auntie here in Yishun, they'd actually know all the rap songs.
Really?
I guarantee you that.
So when you're practicing in your home, because I mean, HDB flats are such where everyone is just really close to each other, right?
Yeah.
So did they listen to your music? Did they hear your music? They know that this rapper stays in this one block and all your neighbors know you?
I actually get a holler out from the next block, people waving from the next block when I'm practicing.
Right.
So I just wave back because they are very at home, because I actually come back here, I shoot stuff, I shoot my practice reels and stuff like that. So they're extremely supportive and extremely open about it.
J-So.